MapInfo Pro is set up for easy data access to a variety of file types and databases. This tutorial will help you begin to understand the basics behind accessing data that is located on your local machine. As with most other GIS software, several associated files are required to allow the user to open a dataset for viewing within MapInfo Pro. The .tab file is a small file that describes the structure of the data. This file references how the data can be opened. Other associated files may hold tabular data, spatial objects, linked IDs, and indexes. For a native MapInfo table, you may see tab, dat, IND, map, and ID files in the Microsoft Windows Explorer. If one of these files is moved or deleted, the table may not open properly. When you go to open your MapInfo Pro table, you will be opening the .tab or tab file from the application. Let's take, for example, a dataset of the United States. To open this dataset, we will first navigate to the Home tab. From the File group, select Open Table. From the ensuing dialog box, navigate to your data file location. Before selecting OK, make sure to choose your preferred view of the dataset. You can choose between Automatic, Browser, Current Mapper, New Mapper, or No View. Now you should have Map or Browser, depending on what options you selected. In this case, we see the browser of the United States dataset. MapInfo Pro opens Esri Shapefiles natively. So, if you want to open that same United States dataset that happens to be in a shapefile format, you would follow very similar steps. On the Home tab, from the File group, select Open Table. From the dialog box, select Esri Shapefile in the Files of Type drop-down list. Navigate to your data file location, then select Open. Just as with the MapInfo tab file, you should now see a map or a browser of this dataset. Now, let's say that you have an Excel spreadsheet that you're working with and you want to view that in MapInfo Pro. We can easily do this as well, but it will require 1 or 2 additional steps depending on what data you have. If your list of customers, for example, has associated addresses but no coordinate data, you will first need to geocode that data. To learn how to geocode, please see our tutorials on geocoding. However, if your data does contain the coordinates, then all you need to do is create points on a map to display that information. First, let's walk through how we would open the Excel file within MapInfo Pro. On the Home tab, from the File group, select Open Table. From the dialog box, select Microsoft Excel in the Files of Type drop-down list. Navigate to your data file location, then select Open. Next, you will need to specify the data range, and if you want the first row in the spreadsheet to represent your column headers. Select OK, and then we should see a new browser with the associated data. Now that we have our Excel data opened in MapInfo Pro, we will want to display this information on a map for easy analysis. To do so, we will navigate to the Spatial tab. From the Create group, we will select Create Points. Next, we must specify the column in our dataset that contains the coordinates, in this case, latitude and longitude data. If your data has coordinates in an alternative projection, select the Projection button and choose the correct option. Now you can add your points to the base map. Do this by dragging and dropping your new layer over to the base map. You should now see that your data displayed as a map. To learn how to modify your map content or stylize your data, please see our tutorials on how to work with your map. Now that we have added points to our dataset, it might be helpful to overlay that information on top of a base map, such as being aerial, to show the geographic context in relationship to buildings, streets, etc. To do this, navigate to the Home tab. From the File group, select Open. Under the Base Map section, select either the aerial or hybrid layers provided by Bing. Now you should have your customer dataset layered on top of a nice base map. Again, to learn more about how to work with your map layers for subjects like reordering layers, visibility settings, and much more, please see our tutorials on how to work with your map. To learn more about these features or any other MapInfo Pro feature, please utilize the Integrated Help tutorial. For more information on MapInfo Pro, please visit pitneybowes.com.